If you are afraid to make videos about your government, you're living in an authoritarian state. If you are afraid to protest peacefully in the streets of your country, you are living in an authoritarian state. If your president, the ruler of your country, is seen as incompetent by your citizens and people around the world, you are living in an authoritarian state. I don't want to say that Trump is some puppet, but he seems to be a really easy scapegoat because he seems like he doesn't even know what he's doing most of the time. He's declining in his physical and mental and emotional health, which is clearly obvious. And the people that he has put in power are not fit to do their jobs either. When you have people like this ruling the most powerful country on the planet, things are bound to go wrong. When the Constitution is being violated every single day, there's something wrong. The perfect protest is just a large group of people standing up against unconstitutional orders, and you don't have to wear masks, you don't have to wear face coverings, you don't have to bring anything to counteract your government if you had the freedom to protest. Clearly, there's a state of unrest in the United States against protesters and ICE agents. I firmly believe that is basically an abuse of power that's happening. How do you peacefully protest against a violent state? That's the question. How do you prevent your country from becoming totalitarian, authoritarian, dictatorship-like peacefully? You make sure you have people in positions of power that are actually doing their job and not just saying that they want to do their jobs. We have the freedom to protest. That is a constitutional right. I also strongly believe that there are bad actors in protests who incite violence just to sabotage peaceful protests. And people that are coming in with fake tactical gear and whatnot, they are inciting a more fearful culture. I think there's an incitement of fear from both sides, protesters and our government. So there's a continuing cycle of nothing good happening out of it. Our mayors, our elected officials, our representatives, people in Congress, they need to be out in the streets and using their authority and their power and their voice and their influence to fight peacefully instead of just waiting for average citizens to get off work and having to get a nanny to take care of their children just to go out in the streets and like risk their lives. The people in positions of power are simply not doing their job. That's the problem. So elect people who will. If you are a young person, apply for committees and commissions that have youth vacancies. If you are 25, you can become a House of Representatives member. If you're 30, you can become part of the Senate. It's time for the younger generation to fill in these gaps and these roles if we want to see positive change. That's the solution, is not to get rid of an entire government. It's to become a part of the government and make change from within and vote out those who are not doing their job. Or else there's going to be this cycle of nobody's doing anything, protests are not helping, and the state is just getting stronger and violenter. You know. So that's some solutions. Become the change you want to see in the world.